Let's talk skin. The skin is composed of three major layers: epidermis, forming the outermost layer, which serves as a barrier, followed by the dermis, which provides mechanical support and nutrition, beneath which lies the subcutaneous fat, which plays a role in thermoregulation, acts as a cushion, thus providing shock absorption, and provides mechanical support. The epidermis develops from the surface ectoderm. At a gestational age of 4 to 6 weeks, the surface ectoderm adopts epidermal fate, forming the basal layer. Primitive keratinocytes in the basal layer give rise to the periderm, which is later shed off in the amniotic fluid and contributes to the formation of the vernix caseosa. The periderm, till it's shed off, helps in the exchange of substances and protects the developing epidermis. Epidermal stratification begins at 8 weeks. Intermediate layers are formed between the basal layer and the periderm. These cells differ from suprabasal keratinocytes of the postnatal epidermis in that the intermediate layer now composed of cells which are actively proliferating. They give rise to many layers of cells between the basal layer and the periderm. Additional layers are formed over several weeks. P63 plays an important role in stratification. At 24 to 26 weeks, cells in the intermediate layer withdraw from the cell cycle, undergo terminal differentiation, giving rise to the spinous and granular layer. The periderm sloughs off into the amniotic fluid, and a cornified cell layer composed of dead keratinocytes develops. In the third trimester, there is an increase in the number of keratohyaline granules, laminar bodies, and the layers of the stratum corneum. By mid-third trimester, epidermis is morphologically similar to adult skin. However, full barrier function develops a few weeks after birth. The layers of the epidermis. Starting off with the stratum basale, also called the basal layer or germinative layer. It's composed of columnar to cuboidal cells perpendicular to the basement membrane. This layer is 1 to 3 cell layer in thickness. These cells have a darkly staining nucleus and dense cytoplasm. These cells are mitotically active and highly proliferative, expressing keratin 514. Followed by the stratum spinosum, also called the spinous layer or prickle cell layer. The spiny cell margin gives rise to the name of prickle cell layer due to desmosomes. This layer is 8 to 10 cell layer thickness and is composed of polyhedral cells with a round nucleus. These cells have limited cell division. They express keratin 1 and 10. Stratum granulosum, also called the granular layer, is composed of 2 to 5 layer thickness cells which are diamond-shaped, horizontally arranged, and granular due to intracellular basophilic keratohyaline granules. These cells also contain lamellated bodies or Odlin bodies along with the keratohyaline granules. The stratum lucidum is found in the palms and soles and is an electron-lucent layer on microscopy, hence the name stratum lucidum. These cells are nucleated cells and also sometimes referred to as transitional cells. The stratum corneum or the cornified cell layer forms less than 1/3 the thickness of the epidermis and is composed of 20 to 25 layers of cells. These cells are terminally differentiated dead cells or corneocytes, flat, enucleated, and devoid of cytoplasmic organelles. Lipids released from the lamellar bodies surround the dead keratinocytes or corneocytes, giving rise to the brick and mortar appearance of the stratum corneum. The brick formed by the corneocytes and the mortar by the lipids released. This helps in the barrier function of skin. The other cells in the epidermis are pigment-producing cells or melanocytes, mechanoreceptors, Merkel cells, and antigen-presenting cells, Langerhans cells. Stay tuned for more.